Hi Moors, welcome back to No More Weekly. We're bringing the latest news at Alhambra High School. I'm your chronicler Keiko.
And I'm your other chronicler, Sean Patrick Lee. In 2005, The More Weekly wrote a story about the achievement gap at Alhambra High School, which caught a lot of controversy. We're now here to follow up on that exact same story.
Achievement gap. An achievement gap is a performance difference in academic outcome between student groups. Students succeed in schools in different ways depending on the support and resource they have. At Alhambra High School, graduation rates have been high, but academic performances vary among students. At Alhambra High School, we can see a good chunk of students meet or exceed proficiency standards in English. However, not all students perform equally, which is where the achievement gap appears. In math, proficiency drops to about 1/3 of students meeting or exceeding standards. This creates the largest academic gap at the school. Math is a subject where disparities between student groups are most visible. Disadvantaged versus not disadvantaged. And here we're able to see the disadvantaged versus not disadvantaged, and you can see there isn't much difference between the two, with only a small academic gap between the two. Over time, the achievement gap between different ethnic groups has stayed the same, with very little difference in change, with slight changes but not major enough to cause significance. This raises a lot of questions such as, how come the average hasn't gone up? And here, if we look at the chart, you can see this is over 10 years and the average has not gone up that much, and it's practically stayed the same. A big challenge many students face is their outside responsibilities, things like work or chores which keep them from doing their regular learning. The solution to these problems should be that students get free tutoring in any subject during open school hours so they can get help whenever they need it. This would help them understand their classes better, improve their grades, and feel more confident. Offering tutoring during the school day also makes sure every student has equal access to support. Thank you.
Sean, why are you so cold?
Because it's freezing here in D building.
I'm gonna tape this. Dude, that's wild. That's worse than
Last Friday at Alhambra High School D building, students and teachers raised concerns over freezing classroom temperatures as the AC continued running during 40-degree weather. In one classroom, a student and teacher taped a piece of paper to the ceiling to show how strongly the air was blowing. We spoke with students and staff who described the cold conditions as distracting and uncomfortable during class time.
I'm Alex Mora, and I'm a senior.
I'm Matthew Fernandez, and I'm a senior.
My name is Eileen, and I'm a senior. My name is Ella, and I'm a senior.
My name is Julie, and I'm a senior.
My name is Angel Moreno, and I'm a senior.
My name is Hunter Rojas, I'm a senior.
Frank Archuleta in 12th grade.
I'm Bro, 12th grade.
And what's your experience with the AC on the D building?
It's been the coldest I've ever felt in my life.
Like,
Our teacher,
it's so bad, I was shivering, icicles coming out my nose.
And it's cold. I remember when we came back from winter break, the air conditioner, nonstop, it's just nonstop blowing.
I have a zero period. S building was not that cold. So then I left. It was 50 degrees in D building.
it was really cold. I was typing in my journals and stuff, and I actually turned it in late because of how cold it was. I was trying to type, and my hands just felt like they were moving in slow motion, and it was real bad, real cold.
Bro, it's really cold. I came in with 2 shirts on, a thick jacket, I had pajama pants underneath my pants, and I was still shivering.
And the teacher and I, we had to put a piece of paper with tape on it, and we let it blow out on the thing, and the AC was going full blast, and it was a 40-degree day. I don't think that's fair.
Was this happening for multiple days?
Yes, multiple days.
And I even have photo proof of Alex right here, suffering with the cold temperatures. Look at this poor guy.
The icicles,
frozen solid,
on my nose.
I had to text my mommy to complain how cold it is.
So had your parents call the school to tell them?
Mm-hmm.
And did they do anything about it?
They moved the class after one of my classes to a different building, but it wasn't my class, so what did it do for me?
One of my parents had to call and complain because of health reasons and stuff like that. If kids get sick, and my feet were freezing. No matter what, I was wearing 2 layers of socks.
So your parents had to contact the school to ask them why the AC was on, even though it was 40-degree weather?
Yes.
Did the AC make it a harder learning environment?
Definitely. My left hand froze literally as I was trying to do one of the summaries.
But in all seriousness though, it was pretty cold and it was hard for us to learn.
And the heaters didn't really help the situation. It was still cold overall.
It was a small, tiny heater, and it was only one heater. How is that gonna warm up the whole classroom while the AC is blasting air in our face? It's like I couldn't even really type from my assignment because my fingers were so cold.
And does your teacher have heaters on in the room as well?
They had one on, but maintenance took the other one away from the classroom.
And do you think the heaters were helping, or do you think that the AC just needed to be turned off?
The AC needed to be turned off. It was too cold.
And what do you think the school should do in the future when it comes to situations like these?
I don't know why they can't just turn it off.
Yeah, I think we need to invest in better ventilation system.
Just act like faster with these kind of problems too, because it's been going on for like a month or more than a month.
I'm Beatrice James, and I'm a teacher here at Alhambra High.
And what is your knowledge or awareness about the situation happening with the AC or heat in A or D building?
So for the D building, when I came in on Friday, it was 59 degrees in the D building, and it was really icy cold in there, Arctic, which makes it really hard for students to learn. And then we're having ongoing problems because sometimes the boiler's broken. And in my 5th period class, I have like 26 kids, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the room's pretty small. And then it got up to 85 degrees when it was really hot last week. So.
And that was in the A building?
Yeah, that was in the A building.
Hi, I am Mr. Lau. I've been teaching here at Alhambra High School since 1998. And to address the issue with ventilation recently, it has been a concern. It was awfully cold on that Tuesday when we returned from the 3-day weekend. To the credit of administration, they did respond to my concerns. They were able to turn off the vent, and we do have this little space heater, but it doesn't provide a lot of warmth. The great concern about heating and air is that it's really disruptive for student learning, and it's hard to concentrate when it's just incredibly cold or at times incredibly hot. So it would be great if we can fix the air or prevent these incidents from happening all too often. And in the many years that I've taught here, it's happened quite a bit.
Hey Keiko, what club did you get that from?
I got this from the store.
Oh, so you didn't get it from a club? No. I wish our clubs had clothes like that.
There's been some increasing student concern on the difficulty to get apparel for clubs.
Club apparel is more than just clothing. It represents identity, unity, and pride within our school's clubs. For many general members, ordering apparel may seem simple. Choose a design, collect payments, and send it to a company. But behind every hoodie or t-shirt is a much more detailed process involving vendor communication, pricing adjustments, approval forms, meeting minutes, invoices, and district-required documentation. While some club leaders say the timeline largely depends on internal organization and communication, questions remain about whether the district's procurement system could be made clearer or more streamlined to better support student organizations, especially new cabinet members navigating the process for the first time. I interviewed Sinyi Yang, Porter's secretary, who represented club president Jeremy Hernandez.
What's your name, grade, and what position are you in your club?
So my name is Yi. I'm 11th grade. I'm the captain. I'm also the the Porter Club president, Jamie Hernandez.
About how long is the entire process for your club apparel take?
So the club apparel should be take the fast or slow. That depends on the captains and how the design that you send to the companies. Because if you send the designs and to the company more fast, and they will give you a product more fast if you want it.
What are the main steps that tend to slow things down?
I think the main things to slow down for our to design for our club, it should be the design that you send, because so your captain have to communicate each other with the design for the clothings, but for us it's not taking too long, only 2 weeks for us to send the designs to the companies.
According to Yang, Porter was able to complete their process and receive their hoodies in about 2 weeks after submitting the design to the company. She emphasized that strong communication and an organized cabinet helped keep things efficient. However, experiences can vary between clubs. For some, the process moves quickly. For others, especially first-time leaders, it could be far more complex. In my experience with ALFE, the process has taken over 2 months. Before even submitting the district paperwork, steps included researching vendors, emailing for quotes, comparing prices, selecting colors, meeting with cabinet members for approval, estimating purchase quantities, and adjusting designs to make pricing more affordable. Once those decisions were finalized, additional steps included completing required forms, documenting meeting minutes, printing invoices, and obtaining administrative approval before payments could even begin. None of these steps are unreasonable on their own. In fact, many exist to ensure financial accountability and proper oversight. However, for students who have never gone through procurement before, the process can be difficult to navigate without guidance. Much of the understanding comes from learning through peers who have completed it before. This raises an important question, not whether oversight should be removed, but whether the process could be made more transparent and accessible. Possible improvements could include clear-by-clear step for new club officers, a centralized checklist outlining required forms and approvals, or a simplified pathway for smaller purchases like hoodies. Ultimately, the timeline varies from club to club. Some, like Porter, can complete it within weeks, but others take longer depending on experience, communication, and whether people are familiar with district requirements. The conversation may not be about eliminating procedures, but about ensuring student leaders have the tools and clarity needed to navigate them efficiently.
Black Student Union kicked off their Black History Week.
Let's take a look.
This week, Alhambra High School students are celebrating Black History Month with a series of events organized by the school's Black Student Union. The Black Student Union kicked off the week Monday on 3rd Street with music by Black artists and an informational booth encouraging students to sign up for upcoming activities and learn more about influential Black changemakers. On Tuesday during advisory, students participated in hands-on art activities. After watching the story More Than Peach, they added their handprints to a collaborative poster, wrote their dreams down in honor of Martin Luther King's iconic I Have a Dream speech, and created friendship bracelets to promote unity and community. And the celebration isn't over yet. Events planned for the rest of the week include a civil rights history activity, soul and Caribbean food samples, and a jazz performance by school band, highlighting works by Black composers and musicians. I also spoke with Black Student Union member and the BSU president and asked them about the importance of celebrating Black History Month.
Danielle Miller, I'm in 12th grade.
And why do you think celebrating Black History Month is important?
I think it's important because there's a lot of misinformation that's gone around, I guess, throughout all of history, and I think that it's important to know the truth about a lot of what happens to people of color in general, and also just because it's good to be proud of who you are as a person, because there's a lot of people who are oppressed for it.
My name's Kalia. I'm in 12th grade. I'm one of the co-presidents of the Black Student Union.
And why do you think celebrating Black History Month is so important?
I think celebrating Black History Month is important because a lot of African Americans who grow up in like suburbs and don't really grow up around their culture tend to kind of forget their roots. And I think allowing suburban areas to support and celebrate Black History Month allows those Black students to connect to their culture, as well as teaching other students to be less ignorant about Black culture.
And what did you think about the art activity today?
Oh, I thought it was really successful. I think a lot of people had a lot of fun drawing their hands and finding the different shades. And I thought that a lot of people enjoyed it.
And do you have anything else about the rest of the week?
I think that everyone should go to all of the events, just to learn more about Black culture.
Hi, what's your name and grade? Ryan Rosales, and I'm in 12th grade.
My name is Sean, I'm a junior.
My name is Aiden, I'm a senior.
And what's your Taco Bell order?
I usually get the Build Your Own Lux Cravings box with the Crunchwrap Supreme, 5-layer beef burrito, and I get the Fiesta potatoes and the large Baja Blast.
My Taco Bell order, I usually get a Baja Blast, the nacho cheese, like the nachos and cheese, the fries and cheese. I get the Crunchwrap Supreme, and then I'll get like 2 extra burritos on the side.
The chicken chalupa with a crunchy taco and cinnamon twist. Perfect, thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, so we're here with the food. So we got a lot of orders. First thing I heard, I've actually never tried this. I don't know if you tried this before, Terry. Nope. But Crunchwrap Supreme, it's a classic item. It's a classic, but I've actually never tried it. I guess so. Let's try this.
How is it?
Honestly, better than expected. I didn't think I would like this that much, but
It tastes very like salad-like.
yeah, there's a
Right?
lot of lettuce. Look at that. There's a lot of like lettuce and a lot of like just different like vegetables.
What would you give it out of 10?
I would say a 7.
I give it a 6.
Yeah. Next up, we got the 5-layer burrito. I personally don't like. Look at this mess that's just happened right here.
Look, too messy.
Yeah. That's what I don't like about this is when you take one bite, it oozes out everywhere, and it's like it's too much cheese, too much beans. I just don't really like it.
But
personally.
I'd say the texture is not too bad. Yeah.
That's it. But I don't know. I personally give it like a 4. I mean, it's edible, but I don't enjoy it.
Not too bad. I give it a 6 too.
Next up, we have the chicken chalupa. How do you like it?
I say it's better than the first item though. You know, it tastes more like, can't explain it. It's like less salad-like, you know?
Yeah. Flagship taco, just regular crunchy taco. I'm not expecting much. Oh, the chalupa I rated a 7.
Yeah.
I also rated this. Anyways, this is I'm not expecting much.
Classic taco, huh?
Right.
What's
Yeah. It tastes basic.
Now these I can get behind, yo.
Yeah. Karen wants more. I give it a.
I give it an 8. I like it.
Yeah, it's you're not expecting much. I'm only rating a 6 because it's like compared to everything else, but it's like it's what you expect. Anyways, last but not least, we have the cinnamon twist. I love these.
I love this.
Solid 9. Solid 9. I say. Now this is gonna be a hot take. I don't like the Baja Blast. It's too sweet for me. But I could see why people like it. But personally, I'm just not into sweet drinks in general. I don't really like it. Yeah, no. It tastes like cough syrup to me, I will be honest. And I apologize to people that I know I offended probably half the school population. I don't like it. But what about you?
I like the fizziness of the drink, you know? It tastes not too sugary, but it's good. I like it.
Yeah,
I give it an 8.
Yeah. Anyways, that was Taco Bell. Thank you guys for giving us your orders. Let me know what place you want me to do next, and I'll do it. Man, I don't want to film this segment anymore. It's second semester senior year. Why does any of this matter?
Here's a segment on senioritis.
Senioritis is the condition that targets high school seniors just around the corner before graduation hits. I, just like other high school seniors, have personally felt the effects of senioritis. With graduation right around the corner, let's take a look at how some seniors have felt affected by senioritis.
I'm Vanessa Jimenez. I'm a 12th grader.
I'm Adam. I'm a 12th grader. I'm 17.
Hi, my name's Jocelyn. I'm a senior.
Hello, I'm Nicole. I'm a 12th grader.
I feel like I have senioritis to an extent. Like, sometimes I'll get really just like done with everything involving school and I'll be really tired of it. But then other times, like, I'll actually be able to like lock in and get like a lot done. So I feel like I'm like a good in between of like having senioritis, but then not having it.
I feel like I definitely have been affected by senioritis. The more the end comes, I feel not worried, both worried and relieved, like that neutral state, if anything. Because it's really strange how like fast time has come to be like an adult.
I think to some degree, I think I have senioritis because like recently it's with all of the work piling up, like getting closer to graduation. I think I'm just having a lack of motivation and I don't really strive to achieve as much as I did at the start of the year.
I would say that I definitely have senioritis because some things have felt kind of optional. I know they're not, but I know I have to study for tests and finish my assignments and all that, but I definitely will procrastinate and like go on Pinterest for like 2 hours. And then I remember I have to go back to doing my things. And it's a very long process that I should probably stop doing.
Let's see, I guess if I had to really describe like how much has changed, especially for this year as a senior, it feels like slightly it has changed, but I feel like I still do the same routine where I'll get myself like a coffee or whatever before school and then function on that, if anything.
I think senioritis has shown up in my routine when usually if during the start of the year I'd have more motivation to study and actually put more work into it and actually prepare a lot and give myself a lot of time to prepare. But right now I think it's just a lot of it is last minute, and I'll just start studying or preparing my work like at the very last minute.
Senioritis has shown up in my daily life because like sometimes I'll like doom scroll on TikTok, and then sometimes I'll just like watch YouTube videos. Sometimes I'll just like, I'm gonna do nothing. And sometimes I feel like that is truly what my senioritis is manifesting as, just like the desire to do nothing when I should be doing more.
Senioritis has definitely shown up in my daily routine. I get home and I feel like really exhausted, and I kind of have to force myself to do some things. I'll definitely put off things if they aren't due right away, but I do finish them at some point. But it just is a process that it's becoming kind of tiring.
Some strategies that I've used that I think works well is that you really need to take breaks between when you're doing your work. So I would like spend half an hour on my work and maybe take like 10 to 15 minutes on like either reading or doing a little gaming.
The strategies I use to combat senioritis would definitely be, like I mentioned earlier, my iced coffee every single day. But then I also definitely have to do things on my desk, because if I try and do anything remotely or on my bed, I'm just going to feel tired. So.
Like I said with the previous question, I feel like isolation for me personally works because you're able to function more and be able to be so focused with your assignments. However, there is of course a damaging like side of that where you're left alone and like you don't have like any of your friends like right beside you, because you know you're functioning so hard to like get everything right, and you can't like be able to like multitask it with one or another, you know? Well, it has to be like one or the other.
One strategy that has kept me from falling into like constant laziness would probably be my own sheer will and determination. Sometimes like I'll like think to myself like, okay, I've done enough. I need to like actually focus, and my own willpower will be what pushes me to be able to focus. So I would say that's my best strategy.
That's it for this week's video. Check out our website, The More newspaper, for more stories, and stay tuned for more videos. See y'all next time. Sean, why are you stealing my food?
Go Lars!